Well, what I'm intending to do here is just to give you an overview of my life when I became an elder and what I experienced thereafter. This isn't meant to be my full life memoirs or anything like that, but just something just to give you a little bit of an overview and an insight into my life. I hope it's of use to you. Let's end the mystery here. You've sometimes seen elders go to the back room after a meeting for their own little meeting. Perhaps heard in the announcements, will the elders meet together after the meeting? What's in those meetings? Usually very boring, usually not very interesting at all. It's probably some boring letter from HQ, some legal precedent, or some forthcoming special talk. Oh, wake me up when I've finished. That's going to be done. Or maybe somebody's confessed to masturbating or something like that, and they've got to form a committee or something really banal or controlling, something that other churches and real religions wouldn't bother with, but companies, big businesses, would bother with for legal reasons. Those letters from the Bethels, the HQs, they're always really tedious. Maybe they were saying, well, very shortly there's going to be an announcement that the magazines are going to be cut down from 32 to no pages. Hurrah! Sometimes there'd be something to do with the accounts or the charities commission or some crudge like that. There was always some crap going on, and it was not very interesting. It's like the assemblies, you know, you go to the special assembly day, the SAD or whatever, and they ask for the elders to meet at the end, and the elders go off missing most of the lunch because the meeting is all about money, basically. It's not usually about anything of any interest. In fact, the meetings that I went to for the special assembly days at the end were just, this is the money situation, we need a bit more loot, so we're going to ask for it. Is everybody alright with that? And that was it, really. Nothing wonderful. But I think they like that air of mystery to fall over the congregations, don't they? You know, the elders go for a meeting. Oh, what could it be? Could it be another disfellowshipping? Could it be something terrible? Are they going to announce Armageddon? Wow, Armageddon's not going to be announced because it's not coming. It's not. I literally wasted years of my life on Jehovah's Witnesses. As an elder, I wasted time that I should have spent with my family, and I'm deeply sorry that I didn't spend that time with my family. I was doing some elder duty. I really regret that. That's time I'll never get back, because I was slaving as an unpaid volunteer for a cult, a dirty cult that just wants power over me and wants my money when I die. And you know, they say, oh, apostates are so angry and bitter. No. If you're a Jehovah's Witness, we now know things that you don't. You won't understand. Perhaps you've been in an abusive relationship. Maybe, I don't know. And you understand the anger that you have with yourself sometimes for allowing it to happen. That anger that you have for having been fooled, abused. That's what I feel. you may think as an MDA, mentally diseased apostate trademark, I'm just being bitter. Sorry, that isn't the case. I've been conned by a man-made cult, a filthy, disgusting antichrist organisation. Yeah, I'm not going to be happy about that, am I? Not going to be happy about it at all. And I really feel sorry for the witnesses that are still stuck in there, and I love you all. And even though you're not allowed to talk to me because I'm a mentally diseased apostate that the GHU class should kill if the law of the land allowed it, even though I'm one of those and you're not allowed to talk to me, I still love you, but I feel very sorry. When you're asked to give a public talk, you usually pick the song that you want to accompany your talk. So what I used to do was I used to have a look to see what song was, you know, between the talk and the clock tower and the song at the end of the wash towel, just so they didn't clash. Another thing that I used to try and do was to link up the song, not necessarily just with the talk in words, but the talks allegedly had a theme scripture. So I used to try and use a song with the same scripture as a talk. But the difficulty I had, and of course now I realise it's because it's a dirty cult using mind control tactics, the difficulty I had was finding a song that had a scripture. I laugh because I knew what's coming next, you see. It was finding a song that had the scripture, but actually the scripture was in the same context as it was used in the talk. No, you'd think it would be, wouldn't you? But no, not always possible. I realise now, of course, it's because of the mind control and brainwashing and the out of context scriptures and the way they use them in order to lie about something that's supposed to be scriptural, which really is just more watchtower control. That was the difficulty I had. I remember we had a circuit overseer come once. He was a very arrogant man. They normally were, as I've mentioned before, normally very arrogant men with egos the size of Mount Everest and a brain the size of a pea. And they would always criticise the congregations. And this particular circus overseer, he decided to criticise the congregations on the singing of the kingdom melodies. Melodies. And he was talking in front to a sister saying, well, you know, them should sing them much better than that, or something like that. I mean, perhaps that wasn't his accent, but it was near as. So I said to him, well, I says, that's probably why they're getting a new songbook. That have nothing to do with it, Rastafari Selassie. Oh no, I'm going off on one now. But he said that was nothing to do with it. The song should be sung no matter whether they have new songbook or whole songbook. So anyway, that was that. So to me that just illustrated the level of control that these idiots have and wield and enjoy wielding, and the way they like to hurt people and show how better than anybody else they are. So the new songbook came along, and that was around about the time I decided to sling my hook, because I'd had enough. I really had enough, especially when that overlapping nonsense came out. That was me off out of it, mate. I was gone. I wasn't sticking around for any stupid overlapping. So the new songbook came out, and it was supposed to be better. They said it was going to be better, and you know what? It was crap.